Now, we're hearing this morning that mass graves continue to be dug, and the total number of people buried now in those mass graves is around 75,000.
Conjures images of concentration camps from the Second World War. What a terrible job, what a traumatic job to have to do that, using bulldozers and tip trucks, tipping truckloads of humanity into pits and covering them over. There is no ceremony, there's not even a priest there. It's just a ghastly scene, and one that will continue because the bodies are continuing to be retrieved. And anywhere you drive around the streets, there are occasionally still you'll see bodies by the side of the road waiting for collection. That's the system. It's like a garbage collection system now. You leave the body by the side of the road, the truck comes along, it's picked up, thrown in the truck, and then thrown in a pit and covered over. Unfortunately, that is as much respect as can be offered at the moment. The main focus is getting those bodies out and away because they themselves pose a serious disease risk to those that have survived.
And Phil, what parts of the city have you visited today, and what have you seen there today in Port-au-Prince?
Well, I've been just in the local area where I am at Pettonville at the moment, and it's fairly quiet, but what I can say is that one aspect that has changed in the last couple of days is that we are seeing emerging some small markets selling a bit of fruit, a few vegetables here and there. So there's a small amount of low-level commerce going on. To buy those, of course, you have to have money. And a lot of people have lost all their money, or their money's buried in their houses, or they spent it all by now. So for some it's not an option. But there is not a semblance of normality. That would be taking it too strong. But there is a hint of normality. Of course it isn't normal, and still I can say that people just a few hundred metres from here as we speak have not received aid. They've on the 10th day they haven't received water, food, or any sort of shelter. And in fact there was a survey by one NGO just recently of 350 of these makeshift camps. They found half of them didn't have proper shelter at all. That means they didn't even have a plastic sheet, and 1% had potable water. So that means that people are either drinking dirty water, and that with all the disease risks attached to that, or they're able to boil it. Hopefully they are, but not everyone is able to boil it. So it's a really, still a very desperate situation. Still, the aid is there. Just down a few kilometres from here, there is a lot of aid piling up at the airport. It's just not able to get out to where it's needed in sufficient quantities.